Are you in a calorie deficit but not seeing any results? Let me explain why that is happening to you. When we first go into a calorie deficit, our body reacts to the fact that we are in a calorie deficit and we see results pretty much instantly, within the first day even. Definitely within the first week if you've upkept that for a whole week. So we think, great, this is amazing, this is working, and it does. But if you're someone that has a bit of a bigger fitness goal that you're trying to reach, then a calorie deficit isn't going to keep working forever. You need to do something which is looking into your macros. By macros, I mean your protein, your carbs, and your fats. Now, the reason for this is because a diet that is higher in carbs and fats and low in protein is going to get you not so good of results compared to one that is high in protein. The reason for this is when we eat a high fat diet, we actually put on that fat instantaneously, nearly within the same day. So if you are eating something that is high in fat, low in protein, low in carbs, you're pretty much just eating the fat that you're about to stick into your body and it won't go anywhere. We're not using it for energy straight away. We actually use our carbs first for energy, and we're not turning it into muscle because that's where protein is used for. So if you don't want to be putting fat on instantaneously, you don't want to be looking at a high fat diet. Also, you don't want to be on a solely high carb diet, because if you're doing that, yes, you will use some as energy, which is great, especially if you're moving a lot and you are doing that weight training to help amplify your results. But you are also going to turn whatever's left over from too much of a high carb diet into fat, which is also unideal if your goal is weight loss. But if you are having a weight loss goal and you have a high protein diet, then what happens is, especially if you are doing some sort of weight training program alongside it, you will be building a lot more muscle. You'll then use your carbs that you've eaten as energy, and hopefully there will only be a smaller amount of fat in that diet too, to really make sure that you're using energy, muscle first from your food, and then your healthy fats as well. Also, when people are looking at a high protein diet, we kind of freak ourselves out because proteins do have more calories. But if you're having a whole food diet and you're eating really, really good soluble fibers, enough of the really healthy stuff, then those calories that you're eating are actually not bad for you. They are good for you. As long as you're not going into calorie surplus, unless you're looking to build muscle, then you're still going to be able to even be on maintenance and lose fat. That is why it is so important that you have a high protein diet when you are having that weight loss goal. Because if not, we are not using what we eat in the right way and our body just stores it, and that's why you're not seeing results. Calorie surplus is not going to help, but neither is high carbs nor high fat. We want calorie deficit and high protein. If you change your macros and you use something like MyFitnessPal to track what you're eating, then you will start to see those results again and you will come out of your plateau if that is what is happening to you. So sometimes calorie deficit isn't enough once we've been doing it for a really long time. On top of that, any weight training that you do will help a lot too. Movement is fantastic. Walking is great. But just add in a little bit of strength training at the very least and you will see those results amp up more. This is because when we have weight training in our program, we actually have a higher BMR. I can talk about that in another video. And we also burn more fat just throughout our day because we have that extra muscle on us, which is basically having a higher BMR, which I'll explain in a future video. But for now, all you need to know is that calorie deficit is a plus, high protein is a plus. Add some weights to your training. And I don't mean you have to go and join a gym and lift really, really heavy. You can even just do body weight strength training. That would be just as good too. Hopefully today's tip has helped you understand why calorie deficit is sometimes not enough to see results and why you might be having a plateau. Feel free to message me for more fitness help and check out the link in